Alright, first and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. Double honor to the elders of Ruel and honor to Shalom, to all the brothers out there doing the work of truth and sincerity. We are the Hebrew Israelites who come out here week in and week out to let our people, the Negro, Latino, and Native American know who they are according to the Bible. It's the Israelites. Let everybody know the white man is the so-called white man rather is the devil according to the Bible.
That's right.
And known biblically by the nationality of the Edomite. All right.
That's right.
To let everybody know that America is known as the Babylon of the Book of Revelations and it will soon be destroyed. All right.
That is right.
Via thermonuclear destruction. I want you to get Proverbs 6 and 15, bro. Actually is going to lead into primary lessons. Right? It's all through the spirit because you got these goddamn bitches out here. You see this shit? You got two couples, bro. The wife, his woman clearly she wanted to go to Melting Pot. He didn't want to go, which is a restaurant right here. Then you got her friend chiming in, oh, you better get on board and take her to Melting Pot. You see what I'm saying? This is fucking just wickedness that goes on here in America. Okay? Hey, your girl's friend, that might just be your worst enemy. Okay, let's just be honest.
Hey man, just to kind of chime in with this brother was saying, man, I woke up this morning, hopped on World Star, you know, that's where I get a lot of my current events. A lot of the shit that's really not gonna be put on mainstream news or media. I go to turn to World Star, right? So they had this TV show called Extreme Cheapskates, right?
This show.
Now the bitch was the cheapskate, right? The dude was saying that he makes real good money, the girl makes real good money, they both got dough, but she wants to be an extreme cheapskate. So she's taking light bulbs from room to room.
That's crackers?
No, these is niggas.
It's Jakes?
These is Jakes.
That bitch is true.
Right? She's taking light bulb from room to room, talking about she saves about $60 a month on her light bill. She has a baby monitor in all the rooms so she can monitor how long the nigga is in the shower. Talking about he gotta go, rinse his body off, turn the water off, lather up, and then he can rinse. And it can't be no longer than 2 minutes, right? So he wanted to throw a football party. These motherfuckers is in there in the dark, okay? She made some lasagna in the fucking dishwasher, all right? Yeah.
How do you even do that?
Extreme. Well, I mean, I guess the water get hella hot, so I guess they're able to, some way to cook it or steam it. She cooked the lasagna in the dishwasher while washing other dishes, okay? And she just being a real bitch. And I'm sitting there like, how the fuck do you even allow this shit?
Yeah. How do you allow shit like this to
How do you even allow this shit? Y'all got kids together. You're supposed to be the man of your household, man. And you letting these bitches run all over you. Then I seen another situation where the dude is finna get sentenced to 6 months in jail for paying too much child support and spending too much time with his kid.
What?
He overpaid his child support and spent too much time with his kid. And he's getting 6 months in jail.
Wow. But I thought this society was, that it was designed
and it's supposed to be just.
And it was a black man, right?
Black man, of course.
Of course, but I thought we don't care about our kids, and I thought, spend time we just forget about it.
Yeah, And it trips me out, man, how these bitches got their men by the balls. And I'm sitting there trying to tell my relative this weekend, because he's so bugged out, because he think his female is pregnant and whatnot. So I'm like, hey, man, if this your baby, cool. If she wants to cooperate and you guys can, share custody, all right, cool. Other than that, I'll just say you be a deadbeat dad, man. That's the best you can do. Because guess what? Baby gonna basically manipulate you and sling you by the nuts to
having that baby, using that child as leverage.
Yes, as leverage for you to deal with her.
Oh,
you see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
But my relative was locked up for about 8 months. He found out she was pregnant right before he left. All right, and she's supposed to be due next month.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
She's supposed to be due next month.
That's cold.
Right? Yeah. So the whole family is basically telling him like, hey man, this bitch ain't pregnant. This bitch ain't pregnant.
Has he seen the bitch?
He's been out about 3 weeks and he ain't even seen the bitch yet. The bitch ain't trying to see him. So we keep trying to tell him, hey man, your bitch is not pregnant. She's telling him straight out, Yeah, I'm fucking with other dudes. I went to a party. I had a headache. Some nigga done drugged me. So either your baby, even if she really pregnant and your baby just all fucked up, you should have just seen. Look at how that car is dipped down in the motherfucking back. That's so fucking sick.
First off, I don't want to know how you put 3 fat bitches in a
Fat
car
bitch in
that
a
size.
goddamn Focus. All right, but she fucking with hella niggas. Either the bitch is pregnant and the baby's fucked up from the drugs this bitch is taking. She's getting turned up and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm telling him, hey man,
alcohol.
yeah. But I'm telling him, hey man, you might as well be a deadbeat dad. Not saying like literally don't take care of your responsibilities, but guess what? You're gonna have to go through hell and high waters trying to, just deal with your child because you don't dealt with a little fuck bitch.
Shit, fuck that. You need to go sit there and figure out the kid's even his.
First of all, you need to figure out if it's yours.
Because then they are.
That's the principle.
That's the whole jit. Now that we know that she's on that level.
No, I want to know. I want to see the bitch's stomach. Is the bitch with child?
Now listen. She keeps sending him pictures of the stomach, but the shit go from here to the stomach. This shit showing a picture from here up. It's showing the face. I'm like, man, these are telltale signs. All right.
What this bitch is doing is playing what we call a sick game.
A sick game. All right.
Very sick.
Seriously.
Game.
But I was just in there telling him because he was with my other boy the other day. He did have issues with his baby mama. He was with his other bitch, and the baby mama's basically sitting there saying, you can't deal with no other bitch but me. So every time she see him with another girl, she always trying to run up on the bitch and, slice the bitch's tires, bust the bitch's windows out or whatever.
Typical so-called black woman.
So she pulls up to the house, see the bitch's car, bust her windows out. So they was in the car, so they pull off. Yeah. The bitch is chasing them in her car with the baby in the front seat.
You see, the so-called black woman is not mentally there, but she's not right in the mental, man.
That's right.
She's crazy.
So my boy ends up.
See, but look, I want to point this out real quick, and I'm gonna show you something. They talking all this black woman, this God thing.
That's where I was getting.
The black man is clearly the God in this situation to be driving this bitch that motherfucker crazy, to make herself look fool. Because what do we come out here to make ourselves look fool for? The Most High God. So what does a woman make herself look a fool for? Her man.
That's right.
Because that's her power. But go ahead.
Hey. And this brother's on point. All right. But my boy ends up getting the baby from a girl out the car, right? And sure enough, they end up going to court. So old girl just ends up turning around. She tells the judge she lies, get a dog, some puppy dog shit. Was good.
Hey, what's up, brother?
She get a judge some puppy dog eyes type shit, and my boy can only get his baby twice a week now. You know what I mean? When before they share custody, it wasn't no issue. Now he can only get it twice a week. When the bitch shouldn't have custody at all, and she's putting the child in danger.
If she put that child in danger, man, that bitch don't even deserve the right to that child.
Right.
But see, being that it's a so-called black child, the judge don't give a goddamn about the welfare of the child.
That's
so
right.
he would want to put it in the worst environment for it, which is with that woman.
That's right.
Because, and that's period, man. That's period. A woman by herself, that's not a good environment for a child. Period. You better off with the father if they ain't gonna be together. They better off with the father. That's why the law is set up that way. When a woman is put away from her husband, pursuant to the law, she don't take the kids, she don't take the money, she don't take nothing. She just going about her business, man. Because that's not. I mean, that's her kids, but that ain't her kids like that. That's his kids. That's they of his house,
But the society is so fucked up is that in this society she takes everything. That's how.
Because the white man worships
the
women, man. That's right. He worships the twat because he's a spiritual faggot, man, and also an actual physical faggot.
Hey man, and this brother just made a great point, man. How we come out here and we make fools of ourselves for the Most High, but the woman is out there making a fool of herself for the men.
That's good. You goddamn right. My damn woman, I was talking. We was out to eat on Friday, and she started crying in the goddamn middle of the mall and shit. She's like, you're my world. Oh, you're my everything. I'm not your. Yeah, the Most High is my world.
You're not.
You're not. I fuck with you and all. I fuck with you, but I'll never put you above the Most High. You're crazy.
Never.
And bitch, that's just the natural order of the business. Get that in Genesis real quick. Your desire shall be to your husband, and he shall rule over thee. You don't like it, bitch, blame Eve. That's your mama. That's the mother of the black woman.
That's y'all. That was y'all's God. This is
That's your first.
Genesis chapter 3, verse 16. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children.
That's right. That's why you go through them labor pains, you know? But go ahead.
It says, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee.
Thy desire shall be to her. And that's why when a woman get with a man, that man is her world. She'll make herself a fool for that man. She's going crazy. That's the most important thing to her. But a man, that might not necessarily be the case. Why? Well, especially in our case, because we in our right mind, we in the truth, we in the spirit. Our primary concern is going to be the truth and the things that go along with the truth. Whether it be the akim, whether it be, you know, keeping the laws, statutes, commandments, doing the work, studying, all of that, man. That all comes with it, and a woman will feel some type of way when you start doing that. You see what I'm saying? But why? Because her focus is you. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, your focus is on things of above. Of course, you're gonna deal with your woman. You know what I'm saying? All day. But the fact is that, you know, our primary, she's not number one on the list. See, but these women have been socially conditioned to where they think they're supposed to be number one on the list, or it's supposed to be equal. You number one on my list, so I gotta be number one on your list. But no, you don't.
That's not making any sense, man.
You sure as shit don't. And another damn thing. That's why I got her to do this. Because this bitch is flipping out, like this brother be telling me, bitch is flipping out, going crazy, breaking bitches' windows, all this extra shit. When all you want is that man. Nothing, which proves that. All you want is that man. So if you wanted that man, all you had to do is accept that he might be dealing with this woman or that woman as well. And you can actually build a strong so-called black household with them other women. But you don't want to do that. Why? Because you so-called black women and Hispanic women and all the women of the nation are selfish as all hell. But see, and then you got some women who they know they psych themselves out. You see what I'm saying? Because they know that their man is likely dealing with other women. You see what I'm saying? But what do? They'll psych themselves out and believe, and make themselves believe that, you only dealing with her, man. You see what I'm saying?
You got these niggas out here that sitting here telling us that the black woman is God, but when we bring out the point that why don't your woman have more than one man? But you got 3 or 4 wives, which means what? Everything is revolving around you. You see what I'm saying? You the center of it, and you got branches out. It's branching out from you.
Yeah, your household is centered to you.
That's right.
You know?
But the black woman is God. That makes no sense, man. That makes no sense. That means your God is not playing the godly. Your God is not being a God.
Yeah. He's not being a God.
Man. Guys talking about that vortex.
The black woman God. That don't even sound.
Vortex we call a fucking vagina. All right.
Nothing but a vortex,
that's
man.
Dirty. That most of the bitches out here calling God is dirty as fuck.
That's right.
All right.
That's right. Because they let different men go up in there, rubbers up in there, different semen up in there. That all leads to that pussy smelling bad.
Come on, man.
Bitches don't know how to balance their pH properly.
They don't know that balance of the pH, man.
And then what happens, man? But this is, who they worship, man. Dudes gotta really get their head glued on straight.
Why? Because a false balance is an abomination.
That's right.
Man.
That's right.
All right. You got your shit all tore up.
That's right.
Bitch.
That's absolutely right, man. And also goes into a lot, man. The black woman is going crazy right now. Instead of telling the black woman she's God, what you need to be doing is correcting the shit that the bitch is doing and trying to help her ass out. Tell her she got it, nothing. You're pumping her head up all this century. I'll say it's been going on for a long time, but since the dawn of the 2000s, I've seen a woman get her head pumped up more than I've ever seen in my whole fucking life.
But see, they're doing the same thing to the women that they're actually doing to the whole nation, man. You guys are just giving us all type of, accolades and all type of, positive affirmations, as one would say, to say that we are this and we're that, but you ain't giving us no direction as to how to get right.
Yeah.
You giving us a whole bunch of history of how we were great and how we
nobody.
should be great, but you ain't giving us any instruction on how to get right, man. You see what I'm saying? What we need to do, we need to sit down. That's y'all main thing. Y'all haven't got past the point of everybody sitting down and trying to get on one accord with
Y'all trying to sit down, get on one accord, Y'all want to talk about your economical agenda.
Yeah.
That's what it's boiling down to at the end of the day. It's some goddamn money.
Yeah, it all boils down to getting money. But I asked him this though. I was always this one question I got for him. Let's say everybody comes together on one accord, get economically and financially free, as one would say, and you know,
Become sovereign.
we become sovereign. And actually, you know, like the brother said, we become sovereign. You know, we climb up the level of the economy and society and get that sovereign status. What about the earth, man? How do we replenish the earth? How do we get this fucking smoke and this shit from coming out of these fucking buildings, man? How do we fix the fucking ozone? All right. How do we get the land back fruitful? You see what I'm saying? There's no way you know how to do all of that shit. Only thing you focus on is that's actually pretty selfish when you think about it, man. It's actually pretty selfish because you're only thinking about yourself, not the things that's around you and the things that's gonna, you know, get you back right or get you back right as a whole. Because we get ourselves right as a people, but guess what? Now we gotta survive. We gotta get the earth back right. The Lord is gonna come back and replenish all of that. Damn, it's hot. You know what I mean? So I don't understand, you know, you guys' logic on that, or maybe you haven't put no thought into it. All right, you guys are one dimensional. Okay, all you got is some handles. All right. You can't finish out the cup. You ain't got no jumper. All right, you over there and one all damn day.
Dribbling.
Yeah, you
Which
can get
looks good, but that ain't gonna win you the game.
Exactly. It looks good. You can get around a nigga, but you ain't finna get to the cup. You ain't finna finish. You ain't getting no buckets, man. That's the name of the game. All right. Why? Because you niggas have lost in the last couple, you know, showings of you guys' shit.
That's like who had the handles up? Who's some of you had super duper handles?
Fucking I can say and one, the hot sauce nigga.
Hot sauce.
And look at him now.
Hot sauce had handles.
Right.
Tim Duncan got rings.
He's right.
And he's just
Because guess what?
fundamentally sound.
Guess what? He gets buckets.
He gets bucket in a massive amount.
All right.
So he wins. He goes to league championships. He's been in the league for I don't know how many goddamn years.
The game will
What about
always
this?
and
15
forever
years?
be about buckets. So
Regardless.
So you niggas ain't getting no buckets. Therefore, y'all not doing nothing, man. You know, you got to be able to bring the ball to the court, view the court. You know what I mean? And set it from there and run the show, man. Y'all not running no show. That's right. Y'all not running no show. And that's the problem. You know, you gotta have an A option, a B option, C and on down. You gotta cover all bases. You're just covering the fact that black people need to come together, which is what niggas have been saying since the beginning of fucking time. Going back to the you know, the building of the Tower of Babel. Well, everybody need to come together, man, and you know.
No white people want to see it in that period of time.
Exactly.
Everybody was melanated, as they say.
That shit don't work, man. All right, it ain't finna get you nowhere. Leave that shit alone. Focus on how we're finna get up out of this fucking. And honestly, we gonna become sovereign, and then what?
And then what?
The crackers is still gonna have a reason to come over here and blow your goddamn head off.
Let's say we go in the middle of nowhere in damn one of these states, Montana, and and build a community, a sovereign black community. You know what's gonna happen? Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
That's right.
Okay?
They little brother.
They're gonna drop bombs on that shit. Okay.
Nigga Saki.
It ain't gonna be nobody left to even complain about this shit either.
Nagasaki, man.
Nigga Saki.
What has to happen is the extermination.
Or they gonna fucking Dr. York in their ass, man.
Whoever's the leader, that nigga gonna go to prison. And they gonna tear the shit down and sell it.
But guess what, man? This shit ain't gonna never happen anyway, man. It's too much fucking. It's too many niggas, man, with too much pride and ego that's gonna come out here. Oh, well, I did this and I did that and I did this and I did that. The same way the punk ass nigga Polite came out of debate. I gave the name of this debate. I gave the name to this. I named
that debate. I
sponsored this. Yeah. I wrote the check for this venue. I signed it over. This shit is in my name.
I.
Yeah, man.
And that's the problem. That's why the other lesson I'm going to do with really it goes into the polygamy lesson, but selfishness.
My brother. Yeah.
Selfishness is the primary thing that's holding black and Hispanic people back. Motherfuckers being too selfish. I, me. That's all our people is concerned about. And that's the reason why part of the reason why we so fucked up. Black woman, she said, I don't want to accept that you're dealing with multiple women. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. Black man, same thing. Like they're polite. I did this. I did. All you want to do is puff himself up. None of that shit is helping what we doing, man. Or what the so-called goal of the cause is.
Well, it's all about, I'm going to get mine.
Yeah,
Get yours.
yeah, exactly. I'm going to get mine. You better get yours. And I'm going to get mine by any means. If I got to take from my own people, if I got to poison my own people, no matter what I got to do, I'm going to get it. See, that's the outlook of our people, and that's what's wrong with them, man.
Because they living just for the city like that song, man. They don't care.
That's right.
Oh, you didn't get yours? Oh, shit.
I got mine. I got mine.
I got to get mine. I ain't worried about what you got. And that's how niggas is, man. That's why niggas are so fucked up. Niggas being so selfish. And see, that's why Sicarii, look, this is something too. When I had called on to that radio show, King Noble show last week, he fucking a dude at the end before we had got cut off, because we was in overtime for like an hour. Before we had got cut off, a dude at the end was like, which just all goes into the selfishness. He said, what did he say? He said, basically, the dude who had put him onto the so-called conscious community, he said, nigga had put him onto the conscious community back in like 93. He said the dude ended up having a family, he moved out of the country. He said when he came out of the country, now it's like the dude, he ain't even talking that consciousness shit. He's not on it. He don't give a damn about the cause. You see what I'm saying? And shit like that. And he said he's seeing that more and more. And that's something you really see like in the hood, like in the gang culture. You'll have a big homie, he's super on out there, all he's doing is gangbanging, selling dope. Nigga might have some kids, nigga might do something. And then all of a sudden now the nigga wanna move out the hood. He wanna get him a good job. You know, and now he's now when you see him, he's acting like he's a totally different person. And that's because Jake has a commitment issue in general, no matter what it's to. And once certain Jakes, when they rationalize with themselves, I'm in Esau's world, I gotta get like Esau, or else I'm not gonna be nothing, or I'm not gonna have nothing. Basically, it's that like he said that crackatosis that Jake got. Well, I gotta be like the cracker. The cracker live in this neighborhood. The cracker drive this car. The cracker does this job. The cracker family is set up like this. So this is what I'm gonna do. You see what I'm saying? Because that's the only way some of our people see to thrive in this cracker society or even survive in this cracker society. And that's, again, a selfish approach to where you're going to say, you're going to dedicate yourself to something and so-called believe in something, but you're going to cast it to the side just because the pressures or the cares of this world. You know that scripture? That he, for the cares of this present world? Yeah. The cares of this present world. So it's not just in the truth. Dudes who is so-called Afrocentric and conscious, them dudes for the cares of this world will fall out of with that shit. Gangbang niggas will fall out of their gang for the cares of the world. Because they feel like the only way to accomplish anything is to do it exactly the way the so-called white man do it.
And y'all taught that shit in this society when you little. I remember being like that as a kid, you know?
Yeah. You gotta do this.
You gotta do this. You got like I started working at 15 years old because, you know, that's what my mom told me I had to do. You know, start working early, go do that. You'll have all of this experience and shit.
So, how old is you now?
22.
22. You got 7 years work experience. What does that really get you?
Shit.
Nothing. So they tell you this shit. You get sold. That's the thing about growing up in America. America is one big facade. You get sold a dream. You get sold a dream from Jump Street. You're sold a goddamn dream. Work hard, do this, do that. You'll rise above. And it's bullshit. But again, the cares of this world. That's the cares of this world is the primary selfishness that is fucking our people up. Niggas don't want to do it. That's why ain't no race right cracked off yet. Well, of course it goes with, you know, the Most High plan and all, but it's just like going back to the plantation. You had the slaves that wanted to revolt. You had slaves that wanted to run away, but then you had the other slaves that didn't. Why? Because they care. Oh no, master got a good setup here. I don't want to fuck this up. And if they kill us, if they catch us, they gonna kill us.
We call those the bitch ass
You know,
niggas,
the
man.
bitch ass niggas.
The bitch ass niggas. And if you was a bitch ass nigga then, you was a bitch ass nigga now.
Yeah, that's right.
And those are the niggas who care for the world.
Exactly.
Them bitch ass
Because
niggas.
they're not really dedicated to the cause. You see what I'm saying? And that's why they lukewarm. You got niggas that's lukewarm in the world, and they gonna be lukewarm. You see what I'm saying? Again, lukewarm gang member, lukewarm committed conscious nigga. Oh yeah, I know about that. That's all good, but I gotta go. You know, I gotta go to work. You know, nigga don't really care. Why? Because he only care about himself and the cares of the present world. That's all the nigga care about. You got it.
It's funny, yeah, that what the scriptures talking about. It's talking about the cares of the world. It says, Mark 4:18, and these are they which sown among thorns, and as such as hear the word. Because you know when you talk about the parables of the sower that went to sow, okay? You know you have all these different people and the type of ground that they've sown on. You know the type of foundation that they've laid for themselves. You know, and the ones that's sown among thorns is the ones that's caught up. You know they have no way of getting up out of wanting to be like the so-called white man. You know, they're stuck, and literally it hurts for them to leave that alone and to get that dream up, man. You know, that's why I say, each brother that that's really in the truth that gave up some type of prosperous lifestyle that they had for them. You know, whether it was through the dope game or you had some other way of doing it, man. You gave it up, and guess what? I'm gonna go through the trials and tribulations that the Lord has in plan for me, because it's this is what I have indebted to the Most High, and I have to finish that off before I can reap salvation, man.
And you boys ain't learning that.
It's our duty. That's right.
And the duty, it means the debt. Means we owe the Most High debt.
Right.
So we gonna do what we gotta do to pay that debt. See, and the thing is too. What did you just say? That basically when you come into the truth, and when you, like he said, turn away from whatever you had going on in the world and put it down, no matter what it was and no matter how good it was doing for you, when you put that shit down, it's showing, your humility and your selflessness. And when you come into this truth, you got to be selfless. Right. You got to put the Most High and his agenda first before everything. You got to be humble in order to do that. A proud nigga cannot do that. Right. You got to be humble in order to do that. So, that's what one major thing that separates, coming into the truth from everything else. Because it's instant humility from the jump, instant selflessness from the jump. Meanwhile, our people are elsewhere having nothing but selfishness and cares of the world. Go ahead.
Hey man, everything you really got to be paying attention to, man. Really down to the detail of what you do. Because guess what, bros, dudes got to think about it like this. If my meal ticket didn't go through, brothers had other options, man, other avenues. Like, well, all right, if this don't work, then I can do this. Or if that don't work, then I can do this. It's always something, man. Jake always got themselves a hustle. When you come into the truth, man, you gotta be like, damn, okay, that's going against the law. That's going against the law.
It's fuck.
Yeah, that's a borderline.
It's fuck that shit. You feel me? Let that shit go.
Yeah,
it's really what it is.
Go and find your way that's really lawful, man. And hey, man, and it really just makes you a better man.
Yeah, that's true.
It just really makes you a better man.
You start dealing with real life decisions. You know what I'm saying? And now now you have a measuring stick to where you're gonna lead your life by, as opposed to, before you just going by your wicked heart,
And guess what? You blindly going by your wicked heart, and you find yourself in a situation to where everything can be taken away from you. That's what's happening with these, entertainers.
Yeah.
They going by their wicked hearts. They get themselves in a situation where niggas telling them, "Hey man, bend the fuck over, and I'ma fuck you, or I'm taking all that shit away from you." And you just sitting there being selfish and sown among thorns and just really caught up into this world. You let that shit slide. You let shit like that go.
You have an open mind.
Now you're a faggot. Yeah, you have an open mind. Now you're a faggot.
Open mind and open behind, man.
Now you a faggot. Now you going around here fucking with little boys and shit.
Weird shit.
Fucked up in the head and shit, man.
Now you're into it.
Yeah. Sticking foreign objects in your ass. Right?
Verbal.
Then you're going off being an Egyptologist, and you got you sticking what's the fucking little god name? You got Set.
Or Set, yeah.
Following after this guy Set, catch and come in your hand. drizzling on your salad.
Then you
Alright.
niggas turn weird and
Salty salads and give me Seth's own dressing.
Exactly.
Alright.
Seth's own dressing.
Seth's own dressing. Shit is sick. Alright?
Sick.
But let me finish this. It says, and these are they which are sown among thorns, such as hear the word, and the cares of this world, and the deceitfulness of riches, and the lust of other things enter in and choke the word, and it becometh unfruitful.
Exactly. You got dudes that doing the truth, but you got dudes in other lifestyle, Jake's and other lifestyles that all they care about, well, look, that's cool, but I'm trying to get this house. I'm trying to be like a white man. I want a house in the burbs. I want my family to go to these certain schools. I want to dress a certain way. So I got to go to this job. I got to put my nose all up in Esau's asshole to get what I want. So I'd rather do that than follow the Most High and get my people as a whole out of having to do shit like that. See, that's the selfish.
Who's gonna get it, man? You know, that's why we come out here, man. And another part of the selflessness, you know, we come out here and we do this for the whole nation, man. You know, even for the two-thirds. You see what I'm saying? Because guess what? If it wasn't for us, the 2/3 wouldn't be able to be wiped out to be brought back in, man. They'll be just stuck. You know what I mean? They'll be stuck. Thus we'll be stuck, man. We do this for the whole nation.
But we're doing this for the betterment of Black, Hispanic, and Native American.
Hey, man, with Salak, brother, with tremendous faith, man, in hope that we seal the elect, man, that the Lord puts that spirit out, man, to seal the elect as soon as possible, man. All right, and then we can get up out of here.
that's right.
You know, because guess what? The elders been doing this for 30 years, man. The elders been doing it for 30 years. So imagine when they first came in, they had hopes and they had hopes and faith that the Lord was going to do it as quick as we feel like the Lord, you know, would do it. You know, and they didn't kept their faith and, you know, stood strong on the word, you know, and been, you know, strong and firm in the scriptures, man, and they came out with countless amount of groundbreaking breakdowns and gave, you know, a whole bunch of understanding. You know, that's all through faith and hope that the Lord's going to do what he said, you know.
That's right.
But you got dudes out here, oh man, y'all been saying that for a while, and that's the problem. You got dudes out here that do it for a while thinking the Lord's just going to do it because they wanted it to happen. We are following the Lord's time, man. It's all about being humble and being selfish, man, and stop thinking about yourself.
And that goes too for even them Kemetic dudes that'll fall out of that shit. Oh, that's how cool we was Egypt. We was that, all that knowledge is cool and shit. But I gotta go do this.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Jake is just lukewarm and fucking gentle. Jake is lukewarm than a bitch in general. That's why a lot of niggas is gonna get killed out here, man. Niggas need to be one way, or niggas need to be the other, man. Period.
Niggas' endurance is off.
Yeah, niggas' endurance is fucked up, man.
Can't keep up.
Niggas, Jake just can't get right and just can't keep up with anything. They go do something. Yeah, they go do something for a minute and nigga just forget about it.
Your stamina's not that, man.
Y'all gotta exercise y'all mentally, y'all spiritually.
This is
Yeah, man, it's like when you come to this truth, man, you got to be ready for it. I be pumped every week for camp. Camp ends, I can't wait for camp to start the next day. You feel me? Y'all boys is out here lollygagging.
Oh, yeah.
That Molly and lean got y'all niggas leaning and just out of y'all right mind.
And these niggas, this generation of niggas that we got here are out of control. Every song, you mean to tell me every song you get on, you gonna talk about and brag about how much of a drug addict you are? That's fucking crazy to me.
Hey, look.
You gonna brag about being a fucking addicted to a goddamn drug?
Man, see, we was never into them drug shits like that. We niggas who, you know, we were the niggas who were out there. You're on drugs, we're gonna get you, cause you're on drugs.
Yeah,
like,
especially like what happened, you know, a few weeks back when the boy was on the lean and shit.
yeah.
Then what happened to your ass, man? Now you lacking like a bitch, man.
That's so freaky, bitch.
You said what?
That's so freaky.
Oh, for real? Oh, for real?
Remember from her fucking flip flop. bitch. You ain't got no shoes.
Man,
Got
Yeah,
some
play
niggas
off.
fucking flip-flop.
Yeah, play it off with some flip flops, man.
man, these y'all so linked out the game. Most of you rappers get jacked all the time.
Because your ass is so fucking
Y'all
high.
so fucked up, drunk. These man losing your chains.
You're losing your chains.
Hey man, being off Molly, lean, and weed, man.
You gonna see where that's gonna get you. And these niggas slipping.
Cares of the world, getting jacked. And like I said, it's us the ones that are sitting here paying attention in our right mind. It's like, okay, you know what? If you're gonna do that, fuck it.
Yeah, you just asking to get your
Look,
shit took.
I got a lot of smart little homies. That's their mind state. That is their mind state. We're not finna fuck around with that. But y'all do, so we're gonna get you.
You niggas is just asking for it. But that's Jake. Jake is just retarded. So-called black and Hispanic man is just out of his mind. Don't know which way is up. You got something?
Them dogs be doing, man. It ain't been one dog, man, that come up to us and really just
Go ham.
go off on us, They be attentive. He was looking at that sign like a motherfucker, like, whoa!
Like, yes!
These guys.
That
You know what I mean? This is Matthew 24 and 11. I mean, 12. It says that because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
Exactly. Because iniquity will abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Meaning, because of how wicked this shit is, niggas is just gonna start giving a fuck about each other.
They stop being fucking judged about each other. They gonna start giving a fuck about the Most High, man.
Just be selfish.
They gonna be selfish. They gonna, hey man, like the brother said earlier, I gotta get mine. I gotta think about me. What about myself? You see what I'm saying? But they don't understand that. Charity covers a multitude of sins, man.
And two, a lot of times in the household, that's where they learn that selfish behavior from. Because their parents allow them to be selfish. Oh, that's mine. That's my choice. Give me that. Their parents allow them to be selfish, so they're going to grow up with that selfish mentality always. Because the so-called black community, the black Hispanic community, is so jacked up from its foundation. From the time when you born into the earth, you born into bullshit. That's why you going to grow up on some bullshit. And now look, you see what I'm saying? Now these niggas want to be the white man. You got some niggas, they'll just keep it within the nation, but they still will chase after the white man's dreams and hopes. But then you got some niggas who fuck it, they gonna go get the white woman, man. Now I'm gonna get the white woman, I'm gonna move into the suburbs, I'm gonna do all this shit because this is what you're supposed to do in this society. The white man is at the helm of the society. What does he do? He gets a white woman. He goes to the suburbs. He gets him a big house, a nice job. This is what he does. So that's what I got to do. That's a nigga mindset, man.
And you got niggas out here that'll take the white man's mentality and aspirations and bring it to the hood and will only deal with Jake but think he's doing something.
Huh.
Like, nigga, you just trying to you're just basically being a pawn for the so-called white man. You bringing all that philosophy and
ideology.
And spoon feeding it to your people.
Look, brother, you got to go to school.
Yeah.
You got to go to school, brother.
We gonna start these programs and these foundations to give scholarships to kids and send them off to college.
To do what?
See, we sending our people some bitches, man. We sending them off to college. Y'all ain't with no man up takeover type shit, like y'all don't want to. Y'all just want to play this pawn role. They want to fit in. Y'all think
What happened is they go back to slavery because the so-called white man made an example out of any slave that didn't want to fit in. So this shit's been happening for so long to where nigga don't want to get an example made of him.
Right.
So a nigga go put his head down and just deal with the bullshit. And you can't do that though.
And then y'all want to.
You gotta be, but they're again selfish. You gotta be ready to. I'd rather die than go through that bullshit.
On everything.
Just like going 12 years a slave.
A
When
slave.
the so-called white man put a fucking gun to his head and said to whip the black woman, he shouldn't have did. He should have said, "Fucking kill me."
Kill me.
Fuck it.
But guess what? I'm gonna stand my ground and I'm gonna do something until freedom is out.
Yeah, freedom is out too. And that's why that black woman, she was leaving for her children. And then he want to tell her, stop. She's, leave me alone, motherfucker. I'm going to weep for my goddamn
Don't say
kids.
secret for life, man.
And that's biblical prophecy. And I was trying to told the black woman, look, you're going to weep. Don't weep for me. Weep for your children. Some shit is getting ready to happen to y'all, man.
That's right.
So she was weeping her ass off for them kids. And here you go, Solomon Norfolk wanted to be a punk. Be quiet. Nigga, shut up, man.
What's his name? Solomon?
Solomon Norfolk.
Oh, man, they had the name of Solomon.
I know. And then what happened? Then he goes to the thing, he whipped the other black woman, whipped the hell out of her because he was scared Esau was going to blow his head. I'll fucking blow my head off, man. I'm not finna do no shit.
Take me out my glory.
You feel me? Exactly. Take it. Because this is, fuck that shit.
Fuck that.
Know? I'm not finna do no shit like that. See, but there was a lot of that was going on. And that explains why we see it happening here. Yeah, we add odds with each other because of what they did. We add odds with ourselves. And, individuals is at odds with themselves. Yeah, that too.
Indians had slaves too.
Well, the only Indians that had slaves, Esau made their ass have slaves.
Jakes had slaves too.
No. So it's like niggas gotta shake the dust off, like the scripture said. You got something else?
It says, verse 13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved.
Exactly. He that endured to the end, you gotta endure to the end. The Lord is not looking for no halfway, half-ass, selfish-ass nigga. That's not what he's out here looking for. He's looking for somebody who's gonna endure to the end. It's high on Molly.
See, the Molly guys, man. Man, you guys be so drunk in these streets, man. You don't even realize who you talking to. Y'all just be so out of it. You just get your ass kicked at any point in time.
Making a total ass of your goddamn self.
You wake up in the morning bloody.
Wondering what the fuck happened. It's off that Molly. Off that lean.
He found Molly. Go to Proverbs 6.
Proverbs 6:15.
Or in jail, getting raped.
Yeah, something.
This is Proverbs chapter 6, verse 15. Therefore shall his calamity come suddenly. Suddenly shall he be broken without remedy.
Lord, Proverbs?
Proverbs 6:15. You are.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we know. Ain't nothing new, white boy. You know the show called White Man in Shape. It ain't no fucking secret.
Known as Satan
I
and
wanted
the
5 and
adversary.
15.
You
That's
got the
all.
obey hat on, so you know he's trying to get everybody to obey Satan.
Yeah, gun.
We ain't about shit over here, man.
5.
Proverbs chapter 5, verse 15. Drink waters out of thine own cistern,
Go ahead.
and running waters out of thine own well.
Drink waters out of thy own sin. What is that dealing with? That's dealing with the knowledge that is of your own people. You got these niggas going in this Kemetic philosophy, Sumerian philosophy, all these other philosophies. That's not waters out of your own cistern, and you have no actual evidence other than skin. Oh, my skin is the same color as his skin. That's the only evidence you have to suggest that might possibly be waters out of your well, but it's not. And the Hamites in Africa know that.
Salat, which basically is what goes into Ecclesiastes 12, where it's talking about in the making of many books there is no end. Much studies the weirdness of the flesh. We don't have to. You see what I'm saying? That's what
Cigarettes, 50.
Man, hell no.
No goddamn cigarettes, man.
What the fuck they are,
I
man?
let you.
Hey man, the Lord is gonna kill. God is gonna kill you, man. Okay, fucking idiot, dumbass Mexican.
And you got dudes out here that's, tripping, talking about we can't go into other books and yada yada yada. Or your book says stay, don't deal with other books. We can if we want, in order to get an understanding of what you guys are talking about, to validate our point. You see what I'm saying? But as far as us, like the brother said, oh well, we know. I'm gonna study this. He basically like polite, man. I'm gonna study this because I know black people was dealing with this in the ancient, so I'm gonna deal with this. Then I'm gonna go and deal with this because I know some more black people was dealing in that in the ancients. You see what I'm saying? But you don't know which one pertains directly to you, man. Talking about what he was evil. You know what I mean? And you gotta understand that the evils go back to the Israelites. Stick to your own, man. All right, and stop trying to sit up here and manipulate the scriptures in your own way.
Pursuant to your DNA, this is the cistern that you need to be drinking out of.
That's right. You gotta find what's yours, man. You know, and stick to it and understand it. That's why we always tell brothers, when you first come into this thing, don't be just bouncing around and trying to just listen to everybody. You get a great foundation and understanding of what the scriptures are saying, and then you'll be able to discern what's right and what's wrong. You'll be able to chew that meat and spit out that mess.
Because the nigga be getting bugged out, man. And I've been seeing a lot of just dudes with just all kind of like, niggas just coming with all kind of shit. And the nigga want to present some information to you, like the Most High that came down and sat and talked with him and gave him some type of new revelation that shakes the foundation of what we know as the truth and what we know as Israel, man.
Right.
That shit is crazy. You got some nigga talking about he got a 12 tribe sign with the motherfucking Filipinos on it. He got a goddamn 12 tribe sign with I forget the brother was telling me though, but basically he was adding in all kind of motherfuckers on the 12 tribe sign, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the Most High that had something that came down and let them know, Filipinos, that's your people too. All this extra shit, man. Yo, fuck them motherfuckers. Show me a goddamn Filipino that's trying to get up here and get on this, and teach this truth, man. Show me one. Just show it to me. Niggas be going crazy. It could be a couple of them that's Jake. Yeah, all right. Well, I'll give you that. Our people are all over the earth. But we talking about in general. We talking about general population. This is the 12 tribes of Israel, and it's for the ones that are scattered and all over the world and shit. The Lord got, you might have Israelites in Asia some goddamn where. Well, you do. Israelites in India some goddamn where. The Lord is going to send somebody there. Don't worry about them. You can't reach their ass. And a lot of the remote areas, they don't have computers. You ain't finna take a flight out there. So you worry about the ones that's here in America. You worry about the ones that you're going to see on the street. You see what I'm saying? Who you going to teach, face to face. And that's what's wrong with you. They're not grounded. You got to get grounded in this thing before you go and start dibbling and dabbling. But you got niggas that's piecing doctrines together and shit, man. I'm going to take this what GOCC said. I'm going to take this what GMS said. I'm going to take this what IUIC said, this what ISUPK said, and I'm going to create my whole own new doctrine.
That's basically what you niggas do, man.
It's a lot of niggas that's doing that, man. Like, a lot. Because they just want to, that goes back to selfishness as well. They just want to be somebody.
Yeah.
I just want to be I just want to be the guy that came through with this big scriptural breakthrough, and now I got people following me. I just want to be somebody. But they clearly missed the scripture where it said the Lord exalts the humble. So when you want to be somebody, the Lord is not going to make you into somebody. And niggas that want to be somebody the most, niggas they usually fall out. That nigga DeBar wanted to be somebody. He hella wanted to be somebody.
He wanted to be everything he wasn't.
He wanted to be everything he wasn't. Yeah. Everything. Nigga was a nerd. But he wanted to be everything he wasn't.
Man,
and what happened?
He was more than a nerd. He was just off.
Yeah. He was more than a nerd. Yeah, simple as Mark.
And seriously, man, that really shows you the power that the Spirit has, man, that the Lord gives. Because that dude had knowledge.
A lot of knowledge.
And he wasn't even like, that's why I said when we said nerd, he wasn't even really smart. You know what I mean? It's not even like the dude was just, straight A's in school and he could really just retain things. He was just a nerd. Nah, really.
Yeah.
Didn't really get that good of a grades. He didn't really do that good in school. Just when the Spirit came on him, the Lord had it to where he could really catch on and pick up onto a lot of stuff and really retain it. But guess what? He was probably one of the ones that was sown on shallow ground. It lasted for a minute. After a while, man, you start to fall off. You commit adultery with your father's woman. Now you out fucking smoking Black and Miles and shit with a bitch. Some fat bitch.
I'm cold. See, but that's what happens, man.
Ain't doing the work. Just
Ain't thinking about like I said, when we put him out the camp, he did the work, I think, 2 times. Yeah. And then just wouldn't even think about doing the work.
Yeah. Let's get him. Let's deal with him. Let's cut him. It's only 1 hour in.
A lot.
Let me show you.
No, you don't gotta show. I don't want to see. Okay, it's a lot of time.
So they're the chosen people.
Yeah, Israel is definitely the chosen people.
Okay. Because I have a girl I'm in love with. I'm Panamanian. She lives in Panama in the jungle. Panama was built by the American military.
I know.
She needs my help. And their flag is a backward swastika. She needs money. And Panama was built by a cocaine dictator, Noriega,
we understand.
by the CIA.
I understand. The Panama Canal. I know about everything.
So I'm trying to figure out how I can get this money. I need to unite with, because their leader is an albino shaman. He's albino, and they worship him. And they own half the country. They own half the country of Panama.
Let me tell you something. That Panamanian woman,
Yeah.
what she is a scam artist, and she's in your pocket. She's trying to get money from you to scam you. And I shouldn't even have blew her hustle up. I don't know why I did that.
Wait, hold on. Is he Panamanian?
I'm Panamanian. All of my family is.
Oh, your family's Panamanian?
Yeah.
What's your last name?
Kirsch.
Kirsch? German. So you're not a Panamanian. You're a white person that was born in Panama. You're not a native to Panama. You're not a native.
My first name is David.
Listen, your first name is irrelevant. Your last name is what tells you who your family is.
Kirsch. It's
Kirsch.
You know what I'm saying?
So
you're a
German.
white person that went to
No,
Panama.
I'm Panamanian, legally.
No.
My birth certificate.
Okay, listen. Legally, you're from the country of Panama, but your descent is not from Panama.
My descent is German.
German.
Right.
I understand. That's why I asked you your last name, because your descent is German. It's not Pan. So you're not a Panamanian.
Okay.
I mean, again, you're right. Legally, technically, according to that's where you were born at. I
But
understand.
Panama was built by the American military.
Okay, I understand that, but there were native Indian people that were already living in Panama for centuries before the American military got over there, and there were countless Negroids that migrated over there to build the Panama.
Who is the
Canal.
American military?
What do you mean? Who is the American military? I'm trying to understand the question. I mean, the answer's obvious. So, are you trying to?
What is their ideology? Their forefront?
Their the American military doesn't have any ideology. They don't have an IQ to have an ideology.
You
Like
got
I
a pair
said,
of
I'm born
beats.
in a country where it was
got a
built,
pair of
same
beats.
flag, same money system, same country, but half the country is a backward swastika, and then the other half was.
And actually the swastika
the
with
entire
stars on it.
military follows orders. Still to this day, they still wear 80s uniforms from a cocaine dictator.
You were fed.
Noriega.
Guys are fed.
Still to this day.
When did we seen it?
I was like,
We've
we
seen
seen
you
this dude
before, right?
before,
He
yeah,
came
yeah.
up here before, right? Yeah, hell yeah, he came up here.
Your cover's bone bubbles.
I don't believe-
Your cover's bone bubbles.
I don't believe that Israel is even a country. 2, I don't believe Israelites are real. 3,
Give me Romans 3. Romans 3.
You walked yourself into
Hold
that.
on. Hey, don't worry. Yeah. I don't believe you're Panamanian.
Yeah.
You're Panamanian, my nigga.
I was raised Mormon, and they believe that there are the 10 tribes of Israel.
Okay, which is the truth. But listen, read.
It's
They're
Romans.
not, the Mormons aren't, but the Indians are. Go ahead.
Romans chapter 3 verse 3.
Okay, go ahead.
For what if some did not
You
believe?
say you don't believe that Israelites are real. Well, what if some did not believe? Go ahead.
Shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect?
Meaning, does it matter that you don't believe? Go ahead.
God forbid.
It doesn't matter.
Yea, let the Most High be true, but every man a liar.
You're a liar.
As it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings and mightest overcome when thou art judged.
That's right. Matter of fact, and now go to the first verse of that. Because we're dealing with Israel.
Romans
Right? Go ahead.
chapter 3 verse
You
1.
don't think Israel is a people, right? Go ahead.
What advantage then hath the Jew?
But is there an advantage in being an Israelite? Let's find out. Go ahead.
Or what profit is there of circumcision?
Okay, go ahead.
Much every way.
In every way, this is what is the profit in being an Israelite. Go ahead.
Chiefly because that unto them were committed the oracles of the Most
So
High.
onto the Israelites, the Bible is committed to the Most High. Okay?
That's right.
So the Israelites are a
Bible
people,
is?
and they're God's people. You said what?
CIA think we were that.
Hey.
CIA.
I will double cross the CIA any day of the week.
I know.
But you're with them.
Because
though,
you're
right?
with them.
You gotta be with them
Hey.
to double cross them. He's a double. He's trying to play a double agent.
Hey man, go back to the drawing. Tell the CIA go back to the drawing board.
The CIA introduced crack cocaine to America. We know that. With the Iran Contra in Panama, they got with the Iranians, they got with the Panamanians, and they got with niggas in South Central Los Angeles. Okay,
And
they
moved it.
crack to the world. You know about
But
that.
the Indians love coca. You know that, right? They revere it as sacred. Cocaine was invented by a German in a German laboratory.
Of course, because it turned
Same
into a
with
powder.
morphine, same
Niggas
with
don't know how to
LSD.
curse.
Listen to everything he names off.
Every chemical, every drug was invented by Germans.
We understand that, and it's sorcery.
Exactly.
So I mean,
So it probably wasn't.
So crack is not.
Yeah, you're right.
It probably was invented by some
Okay,
Jake a long time ago.
I didn't say crack was a black person thing. I said it was introduced to the black community and designed and created to destroy the black community. I didn't say that we invented it.
It was raising money for the rebels to overthrow Noriega.
Yeah, exactly.
Because who wanted that money?
I just don't believe
White
in
man.
I don't
Hey.
believe. I don't believe in this guy.
Hey,
like
CIA
I don't
didn't-
believe.
You look like that guy.
Panamanian.
He
Your
looks
whole family is
exact.
German.
Hold
Your whole
on.
family
He
is
looks
German.
just like
Hold
that
on.
guy
Your whole
too.
Your whole family is German.
not
It's not
Panamanian.
Panamanian.
You don't believe that you're Panamanian.
So I don't believe this guy. On December 25th,
Okay,
1989.
okay. Do
The
we?
U.S. stormed the Vatican embassy. He was hiding in with the popes.
Oh yeah, no.
Hiding in with the popes. Oh
That's why you
shit!
switched. That's why you switched.
In the Vatican embassy. How am I supposed to believe that? Like, how am I supposed to believe in Jesus? You know? I don't believe in any of this.
Like, why cops always
That's
want to
Jesus.
roll one pants leg up and they want to be a
That's
crackhead?
See, we know this, man.
That's Jesus.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
No. See, I'm gonna tell you what you are. You know what you are? An idiot. That's what you are. That's why you're gonna give your money to some damn Panamanian woman somewhere.
That lives in
Man.
a backwards swastika.
How did you contact this woman? How did you contact a woman that lives in the rainforest? Can you explain that to me?
Because
How do you correspond
I like
with her?
Indian. I was always interested in marijuana, drugs, ayahuasca, all that stuff. So I got with her.
I mean, that's what white people like.
No, that's what Indians like. Natives.
They,
Indigenous.
first off, they use that for medicinal purposes.
For shamanic, spiritual purposes. Yeah.
Some of them too, which is wicked, but y'all just like to get high and destroy yourself. Because y'all got a natural spirit of destruction.
Well, they own half the country, so you think they're wicked?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
The whole
Panamanians
country.
down in that, all the Panamanians is wicked.
Very much so.
Come back. You can deal. We're friendly.
Don't be scared.
We can deal.
All right.
It's not polite to stare.
Is this real?
It's not polite to stare.
I think it's used to brainwash.
Hey
You
man,
know how it cry.
look man, we just threw you a bone, all right? The girl is gaming you.
She's going to take your money.
She's gonna take your money, all right?
But what is money?
Oh God, she's gonna take whatever it is
Money
that
is
you
fascism
got.
right there.
She's gonna take everything you got.
We
man.
live in a fascist society.
All right.
District of Columbia. Every
It's
time
a
I lose
district,
my
okay.
ID, I have to contact District of Columbia because I'm Panamanian. You know, I just got beat up by
You know
the
a lot
Mexican
about-
police. Mexican police.
'Cause you're a
They
fraud.
stuck me with drugs.
I'm glad the Mexican police whooped your ass.
You what?
Because you're lying.
So I
You're
lose
a
my
cop.
Panamanian
You're a
ID,
cop.
and then I have to figure out. Okay, there's these
You're a
people
cop.
that say there's all these
What's
huge
going on,
armies
guys?
of
What's up?
Israelites and Jewish people marching.
Okay. Yeah, there was huge armies.
Half
So
the
what?
country of where I'm from is backwards swastika, and I got a German Jewish.
Like,
and then there's a
he
cocaine
keeps saying it's a
dictator.
backwards
All right.
swastika. I've never seen a swastika with stars on it, my friend. I've never seen that. The
Yeah.
Panamanian flag got 2 stars on it.
It's
a
the
red
same
one
as
and a
American
blue
flag.
one. Okay. How is that a
Pan
backwards
American
swastika?
Highway, same currency,
Are you a cop?
same military.
No, you have to
Hey,
tell us if
have to
you're a
identify
cop.
yourself. You have to identify yourself.
You're a lieutenant,
It's the same thing.
sergeant.
I don't believe in. I don't believe Jesus is a
You
real
guys
Well,
know
that's
this-
well.
you
Look,
guys know
that's
this guy's
a
a cop, right?
That's not Jesus.
You guys know this guy's a cop, right?
Dude is the police.
You know why?
man.
Because cops always try to roll their pants leg up to try to play homeless. That's a telltale sign he's a cop.
Cops have long hair.
Yeah, when
Yes.
they want to go into what we call deep cover.
It's called undercover.
We know you guys have been watching
You
this.
send people out, and you probably find out who's selling dope on
I
over there
was
or over
cast
on
out.
15th.
He's going to collect.
I was cast out of
He's
the-
going to collect
I was
intel on
cast
us,
out
all
of
right?
The Israel Empire from Mormon.
We're out here preaching the truth of the
Mormon
Bible.
church a long
All right?
time ago. So I don't know
People
where
on the
I-
sign of the truth.
Listen, you know where you belong?
People of
In
the
slavery, that's
nation
where
of
you
Israel,
belong.
according to the Bible.
That's where you belong. in
listen to the Bible.
in bondage.
But you know, these people that went out the country, the women were.
You say you don't listen to the Bible?
That's fine.
And their leader is an albino shaman.
That's fine.
He's a white leader.
What is it? He's not
Everyone
white.
that
He's
is the
albino.
Bible
That don't
is
make
like, okay,
that doesn't make him
read
white.
The Bible. I'm like, okay.
This dude is crazy.